Okay, so I'm going to start on this bit now. Obviously, we want dirt underneath the doors, so let's just put some cyan there. And this bit is mainly carpet, so you don't have to use dirt. You can replace it if you want with perhaps something else underneath, maybe some cyan, clay or whatever. It's entirely up to you. And this black carpet goes all the way to the back, leaving a 3 gap. Okay, so this has gone all the way back, leaving a 3 gap for the staircase. And basically it comes along here and then goes into the corner, 2 wide again. And then that is where these stairs start, these stone stairs, which I'll get to in a second. Just going to finish off this bit over here first. Okay, so the bit along here is actually just red carpet as well. Obviously, you don't have to go for red because it might be a bit too much with the whole sort of red themed stuff. So that is like that, and then along this bit we do have the counter. And this is made out of polished granite, which is 1, 2, 3, and then it starts there, and then we have the, obviously, we have the entrance there as well, which is why I've just left the gap, with a trap door, but there needs to be some wool under there. I think it's black. Oh, obviously one thing that I haven't done, that I should have done, is obviously add in some glowstone, like so. Really can be sort of just random to light the place up. That's probably enough for that bit. Add one here just for good measure, maybe one in the corner and one here as well, and then obviously you can cover it over. It's probably like the best use ever. So that's now all lit, and then the trap door, which is now not in my inventory, there. Okay, so now this bit here, where you can see there's a gap, is just a wall that goes down there, with obviously the stairs coming over here. And this bit where I'm standing is where desks are. So I think the first thing I'm going to do is just add some lighting into this before we fill it in. And then we shall perhaps, we'll have a desk here, a desk around here, because obviously there's another wall that comes down. Maybe a desk that sort of goes like that, nice big one, and that might be it. Yeah, I think that can be it. It could be quite spacious in there. You don't really need too many desks. And then obviously we'll have seats as well, but I don't need to put any wall down for that. So I'm just going to cover this all over in carpet. Okay, now to add the desks. Probably should add some red clay here so I can actually put the desks down like so. And that is all the desks I wanted. And now let's put some chairs here. One there. One there. Perhaps one there. Okay, yeah, that looks alright. You know, it's not too sort of, you know, busy, you know. I don't think you need many more desks than that, to be honest. The position does look a bit weird now I'm looking at it. But it's okay. That's fine. Bit of space here for them to walk about. Really, let's add in this wall, I think. There is a gap here, by the way, for a door that comes out, and it's centered with the pole. And then there is a 2 block here because bricks go up from where the stairs are. So that's like that. And probably add some cyan there as well. I think I used an iron door because obviously in my head iron doors are like more secure. And this is a fire station. Wooden doors fine to walk through here. But when it comes to, you know, entering over there, there should be an iron door here as well. Although they are slightly annoying because you've got to have buttons, but they're not that bad really. Okay, so that is pretty much all of downstairs done, apart from anything that are on the walls. But I'm going to start building up from this side first. So a good place to start, I think, is the first garage door, which is 5 by 4. And iron blocks just seem to fit the bill. I was thinking about iron bars, but there's no garage like that, is there, ever? So I think I'm going to have that like that there. There's not going to be any handles on them, obviously, because no one opens them up from the outside. It's all done from the inside, so it's more secure. And then that one's open enough for you to walk underneath it as well. So if that is correct, which I believe it is, that means that the roof is here, one above them. Okay, so that looks pretty good. That's almost the same. Yeah, okay. I'm just going to double check along this side bit. There is a window, which is 1 wide. And for that, I use standard normal glass, like so. And then this bit is just basically filled in along here, like so. going to check so there's no windows in the roof for that section. Nope, just goes all the way along. The garage has windows though. So this is literally a plain roof. And as we can see, we can now find out where to take this window out, which is... Okay, so that's like that. Just going to carry on doing this, just this roof here, which is basically just all clay. So just work up till you reach the same level and just fill it in. Okay, so that's done. Obviously, there is windows in this bit, and the windows are here. So I don't know. Well, do they start in from 2? Yeah, they do. Okay, so they start in from 2. So basically, that one there and that one there is going to be the window. And it stretches all the way back with white glass, the actual cubes obviously, because it's a ceiling. And there will be a 2 gap on this side, I would most definitely think, because it would look more symmetrical. And obviously no windows at the back, obviously because security, don't want anyone smashing into here, so just got to be a plain old wall here. So white cubed glass, just fill this in, and it's literally the same on that side. So it's all just red clay, and then one in here, it's where the window is, but obviously not that. It has a 2 gap from the front. So if I just, there we go, you can see much clearer from here. So a 2 gap here, white cubed glass all the way to the back with another 2 space as well. And it's the same for the next one over as well. Oh, and another thing to add, this middle bit, it comes down here. Just so it's sort of, it's still one garage, but it sort of just sections it off a little bit. So it's not just like one massive room. Which is for the middle bit where it's basically in line with the yellow strip that comes down and the center of the 3-bit wall in between the 2 garage doors. Okay, so that is done. Got the windows in and centered to where they're supposed to be. Which means we can now do the window here, which is with normal glass, I believe. Normal panes. And starts like that. And stops there. I believe. In which case, if it does stop there... No, let's stop it there. There we go, that's better. Looks much better. Okay, I'm just going to build this all the way along here. I believe it just goes straight up. I'm just going to build it to this height. And now this inside bit is done. I did have some polished granite here, like that. It was basically, I think it was all the way along to this one, to be honest. And I did think about doing a different colour for this side, but I thought that's probably not what it would be like. It'd probably be pretty much symmetrical. Symmetrical? It'd pretty much be identical, I think I was supposed to say that. And on them has the leather item, item frames with some... What colour did I use? I think I used black. I think. I don't know. Oh, it's basically like that. I don't know why I didn't put it on the top. It just looked too much when I put them on the top. Down to you though, obviously. And they open up like that, so it's sort of easy access. And I did have some chests, not trap chests. I did have some chests dotted about, but I haven't put them down yet. I think I just had like one there, one there, one there. And then pretty much the same on this side as well. Was that on that one? No, it wasn't. It was there. Ah! There. Ah! There. There. Like that. And obviously, you know, might have equipment in it that they're going to use. Alright, let's fill in this wall here first. With just plain clay. Okay, and now I'm going to start this outside wall. I've just added some buttons onto the doors, but I didn't need to show you that. So, windows. Okay, so these windows go up 5. And then where this door is, they're basically exactly the same, but they've been stopped by the door, so they can't go down 5. They instead go down 3. So like that, and then there is a 1, 2, 3 gap, which is the same as that side, which is also a 3 gap. So it sort of still looks, you know, symmetrical and even on each side. And this wall before the next window goes up 3. So that's 2, that's 3. So that goes up 2 and across, and this window here actually folds around the corner, and I decided to use actual glass cubes for it because, well, I think it just looks better when it wraps around. It looks less flimsy, or less fragile. Not flimsy, glass isn't flimsy, is it? But I'm going to stop there because obviously we need to continue down here where there is a 2 gap, and then there is a 2 wide window that stretches with another 2 bit here, like so. So that looks like a big window actually, but that is correct. So I used again plain glass. So, like that, and I've just realised that I said I put in iron doors, you know, more secure, etc., and the windows, because, you know, people just walk in. But they're able to walk up the stairs and just jump down here, although they aren't skilled and, you know, could possibly die when they hit this if they hit it the wrong way. Or, you know, they obviously have to walk past the firemen up there, which are obviously huge and massive, and probably beat the crap out of them if anyone actually got close. So, yeah, I guess that justifies why they could possibly walk up there, but why they wouldn't as well, so it is still secure. And also the garage door's open. But, you know, I'm overthinking it, I think. Just a little bit. So, the rest of this wall is red clay all the way up until you reach this bit. So, I'm just going to fill this in. Okay, so it carries along like so, just over there. And it wraps around this very last bit as well. But I'm just going to see what's on the back wall. It is literally plain all the way up, actually. So, this comes across 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9. Does that look? Yeah, that's right, because the stairs come up there and it just stops here. Otherwise there'd just be a pointless window looking in onto this bit. So I'm going to fill this all in with clay now, and the actual wall on this side though, before I do fill it in, actually comes across and is on this bit here, in case you're wondering if it came across here. So you have to make sure you bring this one over. So basically this side is too wide, which isn't right. Oh no, maybe I just need to do that. Yeah, okay, yeah, that's correct. Okay, my bad. So yeah, this bit, this wall is actually on the ceiling of the other one, which is basically the wall as well, so it just continues carrying up. But don't start that one just yet. I just thought before I forget, I'll just say that now, and I'm just going to fill this in quickly. Okay, so I filled that in, and there is windows on this side, so I'm just going to have a look and see what they're like. Okay, so there are 4 windows here, and there is a 2 gap, and then there is one of them like so, and then there's 2 gap again, another one of them like so, and another 2 gap, one of them like so, and another one like that. And apart from that, it is pretty much all just red clay again, so I'm just going to fill that in. So you might be like, why have I chosen the blocks and why is it white? Well, you know, that's why obviously it lets, you know, light in, and it's just a lighter glass to have, but there is a shower here, and I did just have 2 of them where it backs onto the shower, so it looked like, you know, more of a shower sort of window, so you can't really see him properly. But it looked a bit odd, so I've ended up doing all of them, and it looks fine because these are exactly the same. So not to worry. Now, roof-wise for this bit, there is a window here, which is, I think, like this. Which is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 by 5, I believe it is. So basically it just lines up with the actual entire bit, not just the green bit, but it matches up with all of it, and the walls can still come up around it. Yes, that's correct. Adding in the fence post, like so, which starts here and goes all the way up down. But like that, perfect. Look at that, amazing. One thing I learned from the actual police station is don't build the roof. Like, I built the entire shell last time and bats spawned, and really I should have just done the actual interior before I actually worked on the just the shell and the roof, because obviously it makes it dark. Where I'm going at the moment, I'm lighting up as I go, so I should really get in the habit of doing that in the future, as I am with this one. So it's working reasonably well. I think it's time to add in, speaking of light actually, that's okay for light, but when it's nighttime it could get dark in this corner, so I might just add a torch for now. Yeah, that looks fine. I'm just going to build this strip here all the way up, because that is what it does, and it should fit perfectly between these 2 bits of glass. Yeah, no, you don't want to do that, because you want to do it part of the way up, but there is a floor up here, and you need to get to this place. So I think I'm just going to leave a gap like that until I know where the floor is, and I'm going to build these stairs. Okay, so the stairs are from stone, and they go 4 up. Oh, dum, 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 2, 3, 4, And then I need the actual stone brick blocks. Stone. Where are you? Stone. Actually, was that the monster one? No, it wasn't. Oh, the monster was there. I don't understand why they put the monster one before this one. I usually go for the monster one. So, luckily, actually, I'm getting used to it now. I know not to grab the first one. Right, and a middle bit like that. And personally, I probably would fill this in just because mobs might spawn. Although I do have a toilet here. I do have a loo here, so I need to put the loo in. I'll put it in a minute. I think I'll build the actual frame of the stairs because it sort of fits in snug under the stairs. One, two, three, four. Okay, that's as high as it goes. And then on the outside, I have basically clay following it up. More red clay, oh joy. And if you wonder, on this bit, that bit is just too steep. But the rest of it is pretty much in line apart from this one because it turns. I might add some torches here just for good measure. And then, okay, so this is what the toilet is. And basically I just pillar down like that. And then, so it looks like that. And then here would be where my toilet is. So here we have cyan on the floor. And this actually looks a lot bigger than the one. Obviously didn't cut back far enough on the other one. The toilet in the other one wasn't actually as big as this. It was 6 inside, like that. Now I guess I could use this bit behind, but I don't think I will. I mean, I think it looks better as a smaller toilet that's been fit in more awkwardly. Yeah, so obviously if you do want a bigger toilet and more spacious, go ahead. I fit just a wooden door on it. And here I then had a Gordon there, like that. Water, give me some water, like that. And then a trap door, like so. The standard toilet procedure, and then I had a hopper for the sink, like so. And I think I have it like that. It seems really spacious. It seems more spacious than the other one. I think it shouldn't feel. I think it should. I don't think. I like the feeling of it being cramped, I think. And then we'll have a torch here as well. So that's my mini toilet that I seem to have shrunk. I didn't realise I'd done that in the other one, but I actually sort of like it like that anyway. Now, something to note on this third one. That's where I build the bottom layer of the top floor, because I've done it in 2 layers. Point being is that the kitchen and anything that I put up there you can see from below, and when you look from below with this double layered one, all you can see is just a cyan clay, which looks fine. Where if I didn't, and you'd be able to see all the flooring upstairs, which didn't look great. It was a slight annoyance when I was designing it, but I got around it. It doesn't matter too much doing 2 layers. So like this is the bottom layer. So basically just expand all the way out with this cyan clay, and I'll come back to you after I've done it. Okay, so that's a cyan filled in. It's just going to put this along here, and then this is actually going to be the floor now. So most of it up here is carpet, apart from the quartz and coal blocks for the kitchen floor. So really, you can really cover it in pretty much whatever you want. I might go for more cyan, I guess. So put this in here, and basically 1 2 3 4 5 6 6. Okay, and then the carpet comes this way, so I'm just gonna put that in, I think, like that. And basically I've gone out 6 here. That's where the kitchen starts, I think, and it goes all the way across. So, and then here there's a wall where the showers are. Where here it basically goes straight across as well with the carpet, and then just before where the carpet ends there is a line of cyan clay here, like this. I think it goes out like that around it, like so. Yeah, okay, that's cool, that works. I believe that's how it was. And I'll just fill this in here. And then do this bit here 4 wide. 1, 2, 3, 4, like that. And then basically along here, it's the quartz and coal blocks. So if we just get that out. And again, I don't know, you could use clay, but clay, the colours are just bloody awful. You know how this works on the kitchen. It's it's black, white, black, white, black, white, black, white. Okay. So I'm just going to quickly do that. Okay, so that is the kitchen floor. I do like the texture of the coal, to be honest. Makes it look less flat, especially around all this clay. And then for the kitchen units, I had 2 iron bits here for a fridge. I had some polished diorite as sort of the work units. And then I had a hopper and a, I think, cauldron with water in it. Maybe a couple more units. A furnace, and I don't know, a couple more units perhaps. Put a cake on there, and then on the units I put some item frames as if they were some cupboards. Now I use just normal plain wall for this, and I make them open as cupboards would open, which is where they're sort of centered to each other. I'm going to add the black wool, so you have it here, and it comes across, here like this. And then down here like this. Across like this. And I think this area is pretty much entirely wool. Although there is seats here, so I'm just going to lay this out first. I think I actually used, instead of... Wait, what did I use the seats downstairs? Wooden ones, didn't I? So let's keep with that. So let's do something like that corner one. And, you know, this is basically where they eat. Here's something to eat, you know what I mean? Know what I mean? Maybe have, you know, 2 chairs on that side as well. And yeah, oh no, I can't really. Otherwise, I can't have a table there, can I? Now, I also put white carpet on here, which looks okay. So instead of doing actually tables or, you know, fences with pressure plates on or whatever, I actually opted to go for just sort of. You know, I've just realised actually that's the... Oh no, that works. I just went for polished diorite, really, like that, and just put a couple down and put carpet on like that, basically as if it was like fits in with that, which I guess sort of works. There was only one as well. I mean, you know, you're gonna have your lunch in your hand or whatever. You're not gonna have like a proper dinner. I wouldn't have thought when you're at work. And then behind us, we then have the lockers, which I know is something like this with the polished andesite. Another new block, so at least we're using all the new blocks, eh? Like so. Have some on the other side as well. And then, of course, you have the new item frames. Well, not new actually. I don't know why I said that. It's just new in the use for me anyway. They were literally on all of them. Everyone has their own little locker. However many firemen they have employed. And I gave them a grey handle. So, and obviously all lockers open up the same way, unlike the cupboards. So that's on the left hand side. So, left hand side. And then we have some red carpet in the middle. Something I've just realised again that I've forgotten is obviously the glowstone lampies. Well, I missed the locker on that side. So the lockers go out basically until it hits the red bit. In which case you stop the carpet here as well. I've obviously stopped it one early for no apparent reason whatsoever. So let's just do that. And that's the locker section done. And just left that bit there. Not going to fall off, are they? They're smart people. Okay, so the wall obviously extends along here for the shower, like so. And as I said before, the shower could probably have been bigger and the kitchen smaller. To be honest, I mean, the kitchen doesn't really need to be that big. But yeah, so we have that there, that wraps around here. There's a window there, but luckily it's the frosted glass, so you won't be able to see in. Something that I keep forgetting about that I need to do now, really, would be I need black carpet as well. Put glowstone lamps, just some glowstone down, just in case it's not light enough. Really want things spawning. Obviously that is a problem when you've got blocks on the floor over here, so you probably could just use some torches like so. Maybe have them all officially positioned down here as well. And light it up. Well, actually, along with, should probably add some here as well. Oh, go away, rain. Actually, you could probably just only add it at the back. Okay, just going to patch up the glowstone quickly. Right, so I've added torches there, and I think I'm going to put a rug in the middle. Like, let me just see what I can come up with. So, this is the center sort of bit, and really, let's just sort of, you know, just do that. Look at that. That almost matches up in... Oh, look at that. That is some... You're just a genius sometimes, you are. Look at that. And now, I could just be like, oh, hey. Just put one there, put one there, put one there, put one there. Just, I just could do all of it if I wanted to. Obviously, I'm not. But yeah, that's a pretty good that way. I don't need these. Magic. Okay, so it hardly looks like it is there, to be honest. I mean, you can see it. It's just a rug. Maybe you might be better off covering it all over, but I do like the look of the quartz and the coal. Maybe a smaller one, perhaps, in the middle. Anyway, let's get... Or maybe I could do zig... no. Maybe what you could do is just do... Instead of it actually carrying on white, you could have just swapped it and rotated it, so you can at least tell there is a carpet there. Or a rug. Anyway, on with this. So for the floor, we have a quartz block, which is the chiseled one. And then in here, I did put some torches. It's only the shower. And then we have some glass, like so. And I think I had like one there and one there. I think I had it up like that actually. So you're like doo-doo-doo-doo. And then buttons like there, there, and there. And then I had a door on this as well. Okie dokie. That is the showered up. I think we're pretty much there, to be honest. Looks quite cool, that roof. I'm just going to put the roof over. As you can see, it is just a plain red roof. And yeah, I'll cut to you after I finish the roof. Okay, so we're pretty much there. I think it definitely looks better with the taller tower. Definitely. So, that is it. I mean, I know we need to add maybe some fence posts outside with some lamps on, perhaps. Redstone. Redstone. And a lever. Where's lever? There you are. I guess it could be something like... How would they look if they just hang off the side? Actually, you know what? That doesn't actually look that bad. That looks worse. I actually think it looks better like that. What does it look like? One higher at least. It doesn't really look that bad, does it? I mean, obviously need to turn it on. But, you know, as far as that goes, that is actually okay. I think... Let's see if we can fit another one here. Oh my god, this is great. It doesn't look that bad at all. I was thinking it would look bloody terrible. Just out of interest, no. Seeing if you can place levers on actual fence posts. Sadly, you cannot. Which I sort of assumed anyway. And then I guess one... it's not really centered. That's alright there. One there. I mean, to be honest, I mean, personally, I would say glowstone would probably look better. In my opinion, I know some people don't like glowstone, like my friend Tom. And I do, yeah, I mean, I don't really like redstone. I mean, the levers on top look flipping ugly. But in this occasion, I think they do look better than just the glowstone, because you can actually tell they're a light of some sort. So, yeah, I think we will stick with that. So, that is it done. I did give you a tour of the inside on that one, and it is pretty much identical. So, obviously this one doesn't have a fire engine in. So, in here you've got the walkway, which goes into the tower. The tower is basically just full of bricks that you can do like a sort of an assault course all the way up. Cupboards in here, closed garage, chests, and then you obviously got the most... This is like the funnest part of the actual thing, where you can just jump down. Need to get to a job. Oh. And then up here is where the firemen come up to chill, you know, have something to eat, wait around to get called out for an emergency. Got their lockers, got their kitchen. And then obviously downstairs you've got the bog where you can go and you know, spend your time on your tablet. And in here we've obviously got, you know, the phone calls to take the phone calls. Something that I have missed actually is the clocks. I won't be running. I did have a clock up here and a clock upstairs, which is what they call a watch on here for some reason, even though you can't put it on your wrist. Yeah, obviously, I guess maybe one thing that would be missing, that would probably take some time, I'm not a redstone genius or anything, would be having some sort of lever or button you could press that makes like maybe a piston with like a redstone or glowstone on, that sort of just pushes out, or maybe one of the tone blocks. So basically, you can get like have a ring, have a bell. So if someone does call up and there's an emergency, you can just flick it on and it alerts everyone. But obviously, I'm not really sure on how to do that. But yeah, that is it. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed this. If you want me to build anything specifically next, whether it's old or new, I'm sort of going for a sort of a modern look with this. And this fire engine, it wasn't actually... I was doing Let's Builds for my Adventure series, but my Adventure series has sort of taken a pause because I've been quite busy recently. And it just takes so much time. But I will get back to that eventually. But I thought, you know, it's quite fun just to do Let's Builds in general, so I just decided to do a fire station, similar as we've done a police station. So maybe next it will be a hospital, which, I don't know, maybe a doctor's clinic. Doctor's clinic will be smaller. A hospital is quite large, although I do like my large buildings. So yeah, I might leave that. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.